Sometimes in the TTRPG hobby, we have a hard time communicating really basic ideas. Because there are many agendas floating around the hobby between different groups that poison the conversation. For example, is the Game Master just another player at the table? Well, let's look at the situation. There is one person that manages the game. We call that person the Game Master. Then there are people that play the game. We call those people players. There is no good reason to view that in any other way. The Game Master is not a player because they are not playing the game. And if they want to be a player, all they have to do is go join another Game Master's game so they can play the game and be a player. Now we move on to the idea of Game Master versus player. Many do view the game as Game Master versus player. Even when they say they don't, all you have to do is hear them explain the situation, the relationship between the Game Master and player, and you'll hear them describing some type of conflict, like there's a versus. And I do know Game Masters that will see the game as them versus the players, they're killing the characters, etc., etc. I could put this to rest in like an instant, and here's how I'm going to do it. Hey player, your character drops dead. I win. Yep, the Game Master can do that and win. That's it. It's useless to look at the game as Game Master versus player. A Game Master should simply see like an enemy, like that you're fighting in the game like goblins, as just another hurdle for the characters. The Game Master is as fair to the goblins as they are to the merchant or to any other part of the game that is a hurdle, that is a challenge for the player characters. Viewing the game as Game Master versus player characters does nothing but produce bad gaming sessions. Now here is one other area that most people seem to let slip outside of their mind. It doesn't matter what TTRPG that you are playing or running. The Game Master's job in all TTRPGs is to challenge the characters. That's it. And that means whatever game they're running, if they're not achieving challenging the characters, they have to make changes. They can't just continue going forward. So we get to someone who brought out a 5e video recently talking about the idea of if you let the characters do it, so can the non-player characters. So can every other creature in the world. And this leads many 5e DMs to use this maneuver called Silvery Barbs. Really, I don't really totally care about how Silvery Barbs works. I sort of paid attention. I got the point. But what's happening in 5e that's causing a 5e DM to do that? Their job, what they are required to do, a 5e DM like any other Game Master, is to challenge the characters. If for any reason they feel they are not challenging the characters, they have to make adjustments or use what's on option. You can't just keep moving forward when you can't do that. So really it is the DM's job to come up with ways to challenge the characters. And that is what is causing them to go to this maneuver called Silvery Barbs or something like that. The combat system in 5e is broken. It doesn't really challenge the characters that often. It's either the extreme total party kill, or most of the time the characters are walking over every enemy. Fix the combat system. Get rid of things like feats. That's my opinion. But I say it would fix most of your issues that you're running into when you get rid of all this little, trickery in combat. All these things that were layered on when 3rd edition came out and have really evolved into 5th edition, getting worse and worse and worse. It's like the evolution of the negative. It got better at not doing what it should do. And why are there DMs that are in 5e that are so desperate? Why would they even be there? Why wouldn't they just go to another game? Because the majority of players in 2023 want to play 5e and only 5e. In my opinion, 5e turns away talented people that could run the game. But then you get what's left over. And this is desperation, people that want to be able to run a game, and here they are, but they're really not up to par. Good game masters will walk away from games that are causing them to not be able to do what they are required to do, which is challenge the characters. There are so many basic things that we could all agree upon. If we can accept not everything's going to support some unjustified thing that we want. We have some agenda that makes us deceitful. If we could put away these agendas, we would all find that there is some things that we all agree upon and that we could just move forward on, and other more important debates or conversations could happen. But because of all the deceit, agendas, childish, immature nonsense, we get to the point where the basic things that we should all agree on, we can't agree on. Anyway, there is some food for thought for now. Take care. You know what you can do? You can hit the like button. You can share the video. Oh, and there's another button you can press. That one that lets you subscribe to my channel for more content. Oh yeah, there's that bell thing. You can press that so you know when I've uploaded a new video right away.